Well, you go to the hospital to heal your wounds and ailments, but the bill at the end costs you an arm and a leg. Coming up, an eye-opening report on why medical costs are so high and how Obamacare is not really doing anything to stop it. We'll be right back. This summer, the president's going to be touring the country, trying to sell Obamacare all over again. Well, could it be because polls continue to show that his health care overhaul is unpopular with most Americans? A new Fox News poll shows 55% oppose Obamacare. That's compared to only 40% who are in favor of it. Even members of Congress, including a lot of the Democrats, are contemplating quitting because of the high premiums under the law. One of the problems of Obamacare, though, and it doesn't even tackle a real issue, the outrageous hospital costs we face. Now, let me take a look with you at some examples of what hospitals charge for medicine and supplies compared to what they would cost at your local drugstore or even buying them online. We bought this box of sterile gauze pads for about $7.50 at a nearby drugstore. But some hospitals charge patients $77 for them. This antibiotic retail here for about $6 a tube. Guess what hospitals charge for this same item? $108. You got a headache? Well, I bet you do now after hearing about what the hospital's charging. Well, you can get 100 of these pain reliever pills for $1.50 online. 100 for $1.50. Hospitals mark them up 100 times their street cost. They charge $1.50 per pill. Steven Brill wrote a very special report for Time magazine called Bitter Pill: Why Medical Bills Are Killing Us. Well, I spoke to him recently about why hospitals charge so much. You spent 7 months trying to figure out why hospital costs were so high. Where did that search take you?
Well, it took me first and foremost to actual bills. I decided I didn't want to write some, policy essay about health care. And what I was concerned about was, with all the debate in Obamacare about who should pay for the high cost of health care, what kind of insurance should people have, how do we cover this high cost, I was concerned with the first question, which was, why does it cost so much? So I took bills and I looked at every item on the bill, whether it was a charge of $13,000 for a cancer drug or $67 for a box of gauze pads, and I traced who got all that money and how come and who's making out like a bandit. And what I found was we basically have been living in two economies in this country for the last 10 years. There's the economy you and I know, where people are hard pressed, jobs are tight and money's tight. And then there's the healthcare economy, where everybody's doing really well except maybe the nurses and the doctors. But the people who sell the equipment, the people who make the drugs, the people who run the allegedly non-profit hospitals are all making ridiculous amounts of money.
So you mean the doctors who spend 12, sometimes 15 years just preparing to be a doctor are making less money?
Oh, far less. Unless they've gamed the system so that they started a clinic where they can send patients, or they're consulting, for a drug company, they're not making the big bucks. The guys who make the CAT scan equipment, or the pharmaceutical salesmen, the pharmaceutical executives, the hospital administrators at your local nonprofit hospital, without even knowing it, I can tell you that the guy who runs your local hospital in Little Rock makes well over $1.5 million a year. I'll just bet you that without even looking.
Far more than any of the physicians are going to be making, who are actually saving people's lives, who are digging into their brains and their bodies.
Of all the people you'd want to get, the most money for in the system, it's the guy who you're looking up at when you go into the emergency room.
Absolutely.
Or the operating room.
Will Obamacare have an impact on lowering the cost? Does it even address it?
No. No and no. It will not lower the cost. If anything, it will raise the cost. But the reason Obamacare was able to be passed was because all the people who are making all the money are just going to make more money because they're just going to be more patients.
So it's not going to actually help the consumer, nor is it going to help the physician or the nurse.
It's going to help the consumer, who will be forced to have the insurance protection that that many people think they should have. So it will help that consumer. It will help someone who has a pre-existing condition, because they'll they will now be able to buy health insurance. But because they'll be able to buy health insurance, the premiums for everybody else are going to go up. And for people who can't afford it, the government is going to step in and subsidize those premiums. So the costs are going to go up. It does nothing to attack, the $13,000 price for the drug transfusion or the $77 price for the gauze pads. It does nothing to deal with that.
Wow. When we come back, I want to ask you about something called the charge master. I find that to be one of the most fascinating things that you uncovered in your study, and can't wait to get to it. We'll be right back with Steven Brill. Stay with us. We're back with Steven Brill. I mentioned before the break something called the charge master. It almost sounds like a character out of Ghostbusters,
Yeah,
the key master. What is a charge master?
It's
what is
this thing that nobody knows about, except if you're in the medical world, everybody knows about it. And it's this massive 3, 4, 10,000 item list of the list prices that every hospital charges. So for a Tylenol pill, they might charge $1.50, even though it costs them, less than a penny. For a transfusion of a drug, it could be $10,000 or $15,000. Those are their list prices. Then they use that to tell insurance companies, we'll give you this big discount off of our list prices. Now that sounds sort of semi-normal. I mean, every item has a list price, and you go into a car dealer and they lower it a little bit. Except there's no consistency among any hospitals for any of the prices. No hospital administrator can tell you how they got the prices. It's not based on cost. It's not based on anything. It's really a symbol of the fact that this isn't a marketplace, where the sellers can just set prices any which way they want. They feel no obligation to explain it. And in fact, they can't explain it because, they literally can't explain it.
So this is like the charge master might say, okay, we're going to charge $10,000 for a heart stent.
Yeah.
In this hospital. Another hospital might charge $5,000.
It could be $2,000 in another hospital, and yet the hospital where it's $2,000 could charge 6 times what the other hospital charges for something else. There's no rhyme or reason.
There's no standard.
No one can,
None.
No. And the reason is it's all unaccountable. No one ever had to explain it, because if you're in that marketplace, the seller has all the power.
And the patient doesn't pay attention, because generally the person who's receiving the service, the patient, is not the one actually paying the bill. The insurance company, the third party is. Is that part of the real problem we've got?
Except that in the crazy world of healthcare economics, the patients who do pay those charge master bills are the ones who don't have insurance. In your home state, there are probably thousands of people who are being sued by hospitals, for charge master prices, the high prices. That causes 61% of the personal bankruptcies in this country. So there's no accountability. There's no rationale for it. Nobody can explain it, but nobody has to explain it. Now that, deductibles are getting higher and people are going to go into insurance exchanges, everybody is now starting to think about what healthcare costs, because, more people have more skin in the game. So when they see those prices, there may be the kind of disgust that will cause things to change.
How do we fix this, Steven? Because this is out of control, and nobody can really even understand it. It's like a language that only the
we are the only
people
country in the world that has decided that we want to live under the illusion that we can treat medical care as if it's a real marketplace, where the buyer has any power. The buyer doesn't have any power. Every other country intercedes. The $13,000 bill for the drug transfusion for the cancer care patient in my article, that would be $4,000 or $5,000 in Germany or France or England. And yet the drug companies, they sell like crazy there. They make a lot of money on $4,000 or $5,000. So there has to be some intercession in the marketplace so that there is real power that the buyer has. Where it begins has to be, the kind of complete transparency that I attempted to do with the article.
Is transparency enough, or is it going to require a second step of government regulation?
The first step is telling me that I'm supposed to pay the $13,000 for the drug or the $77 for the gauze pad. That's nice, that's good, but if I don't have any choice, that's not enough. Something has to, there have to be regulations. Oddly enough, the only entity that really has power is, Medicare. They do it really efficiently, And lest your viewers get all excited, I should underscore the fact that Medicare is actually mostly run by the private sector. There are like 600 government employees and something like 8,000 employees in the private sector who do a wonderful job administering Medicare.
Thank you very much for the article, Bitter Pill. It is a bitter pill, and appreciate your being here.
Happy to be here, Governor.
Thank you.